So one of the most divisive shows of the series had one of the most questionable voice actors in the Japanese, being a brand new upstart kid, and boy oh boy did it fucking suck hearing the main character's voice, because it's the main character. You're going to be hearing him the most. He's going to be in most of the scenes, and I can happily say that the Black Clover English dub has kind of saved Asta for me, so now I don't have to cover my ears a lot of the time when I have to hear him. Mainly, I'm going to be talking about a lot about the English dub comparison to the Japanese. I am going to be mentioning a little bit about the episode as well, but mainly I want to focus on heavily about the differences and all that. And if you guys want me to do more English dub reviews, then I'll be happily doing. There are 2 episodes out at the moment, so if you want me to talk about episode 2, then let me know in the comment section down below and all that, because I actually I wouldn't mind doing some dub episode reviews from here and there. But mainly, my god, even immediately from hearing the trailer of them, I was like, this just sounds a lot more sweeter to my ears. Oh, it's like violins compared to cars, really. Like, it was a very huge improvement. So our main characters, Asta and Yuno, who are 2 little orphans that were found on a priest's doorstep, as we get introduced to a giant demon war and everything. Like, it was absolutely nuts seeing like kind of like the first episode again, and seeing these 2 orphans. One of them, Asta, mainly who can't use magic. He's always been like that from the start of his life, even though he vows to become the magic king. He's like, I'm going to surpass everyone. And who is like the badass silent, oh, I'm going to surpass everyone, but like, I am like just a prodigy at everything. And immediately what really helps with the like characters is that the main character's Asta, his voice actor in English dub, actually has experiencing with voice acting. I know, it's a shocker, but apparently the Japanese didn't take that when it came to the Japanese dub, as it's a first time like voice role, mainly a main character in a show for this guy. I think he's done like 2 tiny support roles, maybe here and there, but he has no experience, and every time Asta screams, which he screams a lot in like the entirety of the show, it always sounds too high pitched, and it sounds like he can't scream, and it just sounds horrible. Like, you don't even need to be fluent in a language that you can tell it sometimes. It's in certain shows as well that you can tell, oh, this is just not great. Even when Dragon Ball Super, one of the voice actors in there just sounded fucking terrible. Like, it was absolutely, I think it was like one of the grand, like Elder Kai or something that sounded really bad, or like one of the few characters that was just like, it was just an old man that could not voice act anymore. It was someone that's just stop, you can't anymore and all that. Your vocal lungs have gone. And this is a thing where, like, I've had this with shows before where I personally preferred a dub over the Japanese sub, and this is one of those situations where I feel like it's, like, from what the few characters are, like, what we've heard so far, and it's nothing compared to what we've heard, like, we're saying, like, Fairy Tail. I think Fairy Tail has an incredibly strong dub. I think it has an amazing dub, and I way prefer it over the Japanese sub, but since I have to talk about the episodes, I'm more used to hearing the Japanese voice actors than I am the English one. Same thing where we heard with, like, One Piece characters, but, like, this is the thing, I way prefer One Piece's Japanese subcast than I do the dubcast. Same thing with Naruto. Always give me the Japanese ones compared to Naruto one, but I did grow up with the English dub of Naruto, so I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm alright with it. Like, but a lot of shows really do help a lot with this. Like, FMA has a goddamn amazing dub. Cowboy Bebop has a goddamn amazing dub. Like, Ghost in the Shell, like, enough said. Like, it's like, I love the Japanese dub to that. I love the English dub to, like, a lot of these shows. Like, Soul Eater, I think, has a very good, fantastic dub. And the Japanese is alright. It's Dragon Ball. Like, I generally, like, from the little bits I've heard of it, like, and all that, like, I honestly way prefer the English dub over the Japanese, like that. Like, and the same thing goes with Super. When I've heard the Super episodes dubbed, I way prefer that than I do the Japanese. I'm used to the Japanese ones now, but I still cannot stand some characters in the Japanese language. It helps so much with Asta, and I cannot scream enough that, like, Asta is a lot more tolerable. The lines are still there, and he's still, like, it's not like he's a complete 180 of the character. He still has some issues. Like, he is still kind of plain, I feel, and that's the problem with it. Like, Asta at the start, he's just, yeah, I'm super hyper, totally not Naruto character, that I'm gonna become the best and all that, but I don't, everyone judges me for this. Like, it's not going to improve the character tenfold, but it is such an improvement. And actually, who I believe, like, he's the voice of Solia, like, from, like, Solia, like, I generally think, like, he's a good one, like, Solia Evans. I think that's, like, a good casting. I was very surprised when I heard him. I was like, oh shit, that's him. And he's like, sounds pretty good. I'm actually surprised. Like a lot of the supporting cast, like what we got here with Sister Lily and the priest, I thought were completely fine. I do want to hear the future of the cast though. Like, I want to hear Yami. I want to hear Magna, Noelle, like a bunch of the like where we at right now in the anime. There have been so much supporting cast being introduced, and I don't really know the frequency of like Funimation's dub, like with their Funimation Now like kind of system that they're going with. But I will say, like, I definitely in a heartbeat, if I had the choice, if they were coming out like how Space Dandy was, where that was coming out at the same time as the dub and the sub, and that was a huge project, if I could have the option, I would, with a heartbeat, take the English dub to this series. Like, I really do prefer that, and especially it helps a lot during the like later parts of the episode where they try and get their grimoires, and like Asta doesn't get his, and he's training in the wood, and like gets attacked by that dude with the chains, and when he's trying to scream and he's like, like my magic is never getting up, it helps so goddamn much. It helps like so much hearing him. It's every time he screams, and like I went back and I rewatched the first episode for this, and it just is a major improvement, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's people like turn off by the Japanese sub of the series. What I can recommend and all that is, like, even if it was a more of a story thing, you just can't stand like how like samey it is to like some of the other stuff that you've seen before, then I would recommend the dub. Like, if not and all that, I would honestly wait for it to like come out on like when it comes out on Blu-rays, then listen to it. Then if the voices still don't do it for you, then the show just isn't for you. That's the only recommendation then at that point. But overall, I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think about like the English dub? Do you think this is so much more of an improvement compared to the Japanese? Have you gotten used to the Japanese at this point with Asta? And also as well, who's your favorite character in the series and all that? So I still prefer like Asta. Like, Asta's alright, he gets better like on the long term and all that. But there are so many better characters, and I really hope that we get to like these dub episodes fast, because I want to see some of those characters in the English dub. I want to see Yami, I want to see Noelle, I want to see Magna, I want to see Vanessa, I want to see all these characters finally. But we're gonna have to wait a while, considering like what they're doing in the episode. So like, that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.